Hello, I'm Ray from Ray's Rants podcasts. Have a look at my website, raysrants.info. All the podcast episodes are there and videos and photos and everything. Here I am at Shanklin. Behind me, that tall building, that's a lift from the seafront up to the top. You pay £1 and it's well worth £1. Otherwise you've got to walk up the steps and it's a long way. There's the Isle of Wight, beautiful weather. We went September 24. And there I am, look, it was a bit windy up there. That's Culver Point right up the top. That's the Culver Inn. And they do lovely meals there if you find yourself up the top of the hill there. Here we have now coming up the ferry. We're leaving Portsmouth for the Isle of Wight for our wonderful, only a week, well, Monday to Friday. There's the Spinnaker Tower at Portsmouth there. And the first thing we're going to do is have a look around Alum Bay. This is the chairlift from the Needlers car park right up the top down to Alum Bay. That's where all the coloured sands come from, all the different colours, and they put them in little test tubes, don't they, and sell them. So this is the chairlift. There's me on the left, waving there and taking a video of Trisha. Do I wave? I think I did wave. I don't like heights at all, so this to me would be dreadful. I would love to go on it, but if I stand on a chair I just freeze. I can't do ladders or anything, and this in particular, this is dreadful. You wait to get over the cliff here in a minute. It's just awful. I've muted the sound of the wind, or I've turned the sound of the wind right down because it really was blowing across the microphone. Here we go, over the edge of the cliff. I don't like this at all. I really don't like this at all. What a lovely view though, look at that. There is a way you can walk down to the beach. You don't have to use the chairlift. Having said that, with my knee and my back hurting, I couldn't walk. So I can't walk down there and I can't use the chairlift. Not to worry. At least I can see on the video what's happening. There's the Needles right over there, the end of that cliff sticking out. There's the Needles Lighthouse where we went to a bit later on. Coming right the way down now to Alum Bay. It's quite popular, especially in the summer. We were a bit late in the year, September, a little bit late, end of September in fact. But in the summer this is crowded. There we are, that's down. Look at that, beautiful place, lovely beach. Sky's not too bad, weather's not too bad at the moment. And if you keep going right, yeah, there's the Needles right over there in the distance. And now back up again, here we go. I just don't like heights. But a fantastic place, if ever you're down the southern England or actually on the Isle of Wight, of course, go and have a look. Go to the Needles car park, get on the chairlift. It would be a waste of time if I even tried because you have to pay, I forget how much it is, but I would be sitting there on the chairlift, gripping the bar, eyes squeezed shut, just dreading the whole thing. So what's the point of paying for that? No point at all. Look at that view. Isn't that fantastic? Right over there. Now we're coming up, there's more people coming down, coming up to the top of the cliff again. I say we, Trisha was, not me. As you saw, I was hiding at the top. Well, not exactly hiding, but I did get a video of her. I tried to get a video of her coming back, and I was waiting and waiting, ready to record, and all of a sudden she'd gone past me, so that was a waste of time. But what a lovely view, though, those cliffs. That's all, I think it's sandstone, all different colours. Quite amazing. It's a lovely, lovely place to go if you do visit the Isle of Wight. There we are. Fantastic. We're now right at the top of the Needles. You can just see the lighthouse over the back there. We're high up at the top. This is all where the cannons are. You might be able to see a couple of cannons there. It's about a mile from the car park to the top here. Unfortunately, because of my back, I couldn't walk during the whole of Isle of Wight trip. My knee went funny, my back went funny, so we got the bus. You can get the bus, which is quite handy. So that's right at the top, looking out over the sea. And this is a view from the top. There are the needles, the chalk needles sticking out of the water there, and on the very end is the lighthouse. And there's a helicopter pad, a helipad I think they call it. I think that was put there in 64, something like that, so helicopters could land out there. It's unmanned, computer controlled of course, as is everything these days. So what a lovely view though, right over there. What we're going to do now, well again what Trish is going to do now, because I can't, there's a ladder, a spiral staircase right the way down and then through a long tunnel to a lookout point. So let's have a look at that. Here we go. This tunnel goes to the lookout point. There's it's all in the chalk of course, all cut out through the chalk. Is it brick lined? It looks like it's brick lined. I have been down there many times, but as I say, this time I couldn't. So luckily Trish was able to do that for me. Here we go. There's a bit of mould there, a bit of algae or something. Must be damp down there. Well, I'm not surprised, it would be damp, wouldn't it? All the way through the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. How about that? Here we go. Now, of course, during the war years, this was used as a lookout. There's a searchlight, you'll see in a minute. There's also foghorns there. I don't think it would be a good idea to be in this little room here when these foghorns go off. Look at that. You don't want those blasting in your ears. I bet that was loud. Notice on the wall there, explaining a little bit about it. This isn't actually the lighthouse. People think it is. It's not. This is a search. There's a searchlight, and this is a lookout point. There's a lighthouse. You can just see down below the. There it is. It's gone. What a lookout point. You see, you can see right over the sea, left and right, east and west. No, north, west is on the left, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know where we are. But there's the lighthouse, look. Fantastic. All cut out of chalk. What an amazing place. We're now on a road that runs from Chale in the east to Freshwater Bay in the west. And part of it, this part that we're on now, is known as the Military Road. It's a beautiful road. It's been resurfaced. It's fantastic. Hardly any traffic. Gets a little bit busy in the summer, of course, but it's a beautiful road. There we're coming to the top of a hill now. You see on the left here these notices and roadworks. We're very close to the cliff edge on the left there. In fact, it is giving way. The cliff edge there is falling into the sea, as is happening all round the island actually. Look at that view there as we come over the top of the hill. Look at that view. Isn't it lovely? There's a van parked on the left. Hardly any traffic. We're going to go eventually, I don't think the video takes us that far, but right at the top of that cliff over the other side there. There's a car. Look at that, one car. That's not bad, is it? One car. Oh, hang on a minute. I spoke too soon. Another car and another. But it's a beautiful view, and this goes to the, is it the Dimbola Museum, where they've got a statue of Jimi Hendrix, a bronze statue of Jimi Hendrix. Have a look at the Dimbola Museum if ever you're, something's dinging now, if ever you're out and about, have a look at the Dimbola Museum. A lot of photographs there. It's a lovely place to visit, and of course it has tea rooms. Everywhere has tea and sticky buns and cream cakes and all that stuff. Look at that. There's some cows there. Wonderful view. The Military Road, look it up. We now move on to the north of the island, looking across to the mainland. Look at the sea. It's a mill pond, isn't that wonderful? Calm sea. There are some lovely beaches on the island. There's a ship out there. So that's the mainland. That'll be Portsmouth over there somewhere. Really calm, beautiful day. And no one on the beach, which as you know is what I like. Solitary beach, just me when I'm Tricia somewhere. We're now racing round the island to Haven Street. Look at that steam engine. Fantastic. We're going to have a ride on the train in a minute. You'll enjoy that. I'm hanging out of the window with the camera. If you like steam engines, stay tuned. Look at those clouds over there. Looks a bit dull. It didn't rain though. Fortunately, it didn't rain on us. Here comes an engine from one end of the train to the other. I'll let you hear the sound of that. That's a nice little engine with the chap waving. And now here we are hanging out of the train. I'll shut up again so you can listen to the sound of it. I remember those when I was a boy. I used to ride on the steam engines, the steam-pulled train. And now we're back on the ferry coming into Portsmouth. There's the Spinnaker at Portsmouth. Look at the sea, isn't it calm? Well, this is the Solent now. It's very calm, isn't it? Blue sky, wonderful. Have a listen to my podcast episodes, raisrants.info, raisrants, all one word, .info. If you want to email me, raiserants@protonmail.com. Raiserants, all one word again. I've got a lot more in the way of videos and photographs, but I won't bore you too much. I think we're coming up to about 12 minutes worth now. There we are, lovely view of the Spinnaker Tower. We go to the island at least twice a year. We have been 3 times in 1 year. It's only an hour. The ferry port at Portsmouth is only an hour away from where we live. The ferry crossing is 3/4 of an hour, and then you're there. Our holiday always starts the minute we drive onto the ferry. That's it, our holiday has started. People say, why do you keep going back to the island? You must have seen it all. We've been going there for, 15, 20 years. It's a lovely place, that's why, and there's always something new to explore. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye for now.